This is part 5 of section 1.6. Absolute value equations. Now, what this says is if C is a positive real number and U is any algebraic expression, then if the absolute value of that algebraic expression equals C, then either the expression equals C or it equals to negative C. Okay? Simple example first. The absolute value of x is equal to 6. 6 is a positive real number. What this property says is that we take what's inside the absolute value, which is just x, and set it equal to 6, or x is equal to negative 6. Now, if this were more complicated than just an x, like something like this, we would have algebra problems to solve from here and here. But in this case, we get our two answers directly. Our two answers are negative 6 and positive 6. Okay, so let's try. The absolute value of 2x minus 3 is equal to 11. We want to get the absolute value by itself first, if we need to, and we will on these later problems, but for right now we're good. Now we just take what's on the inside, 2x minus 3, and set it equal to positive 11. Or take 2x minus 3 and set that equal to negative 11. Now we just need to solve each of these two little equations, and we'll get the rest of our answers. So add 3 to both sides, and I get 2x equals 14. Divide both sides by 2, and you get x equals 7. Here, add 3 to both sides, and you get negative 8. 2x is equal to negative 8. Divide both sides by 2. X equals negative 4. So your two solutions are negative 4 and positive 7. Okay, so 7 times the square root of, the absolute value of 3x plus 2 is equal to 16. I need to get the absolute value by itself first before I split it up into two equations. If you try splitting it up right now before you get the absolute value by itself, you will get one correct answer and one incorrect answer. You need them both right, so let's just get the absolute value by itself. So first, subtract 2 from each side. 7 times the absolute value of 3x is equal to 14. Now let's get that 7 away. 7 times the absolute value, so I can divide both sides by 7. And that gives me the absolute value of 3x is equal to 2. Now split this into two problems. I have 3x equals 2 or 3x equals negative 2. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 2/3. Divide both sides by 3. X equals negative 2/3. So your two solutions here are negative 2/3 and positive 2/3. Okay. The absolute value of x plus 1 plus 6 is equal to 2. So we need the absolute value by itself, so I'm going to subtract 6 from both sides. And the absolute value of x plus 1 is equal to negative 4. Now, there are a couple of things wrong right here. First of all, if you look back up to the property, C, which is the number over here, has to be a positive real number. That's not a positive real number, okay? More than that, by definition, the absolute value is always either 0 or it is a positive number. It is never, ever, ever equal to a negative number. because of the definition of absolute value. So it doesn't even matter what's inside here. No matter what number I plug in here, after I do the arithmetic, if I take the absolute value of it, I'm either getting 0 or I'm getting a positive number, never a negative number. So this is impossible. This has no solution. Because an absolute value can never be negative. So this has no solution at all.